God, I just thank you for the ability to serve your women. I do not take it for granted at all that women trust me enough to help them build financial independence in the form of investing in the stock market. And I don't take that purpose lightly. I am so grateful that you used every single experience in my life to mold me and shape me to be the woman who encourages women to think bigger, to see themselves as investors, to say, hey, I can do this too, to actually take action when it comes to building wealth in their lives. And I pray that they leave this workshop on fire, excited to continue to build on what they've done by investing their first $100. I pray that they share the word. I pray that they continue to be an example for the people in their lives that, hey, you can live a good life and have financial stability. You can have your money working for you. You don't have to always trade your time for money. And that is the goal with everything that I do, is to show women that there's a better way, to show women that you don't have to work for the rest of your life just to afford your bills, to show women that you can take the lavish trips, you can have all the beautiful clothes, the beautiful home, and actually have the money to do so and not go into debt for it. So as I walk into this final workshop of the year before I take my summer break, I pray that there is transformation that happens in real time in their minds, in their lives, and how they see money. Because when you see money as a tool, when you see money as an investor, you move differently. You think differently, you spend differently. And that is the goal every time with my workshops. So I pray for each and every single woman to get exactly what she needs. And I pray that you shape her and continue to mold her into who you've called her to be in this season. Now let's get into it. I'm just so grateful to do this. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I never will take it for granted. I will never take this for granted. I love what I do. God is so good. I'm always going to be locked in with my girls. All right, let's do it. Okay. All right, ladies. Thank you so much for joining me. I know all of you individually, but it's so good to have a community. This is why I do what I do. It's better to learn together than trying to figure it out and stress yourself out alone. So this is officially my welcome to the Invest Your First $100 live workshop.
What I need to do is understand money and understand the relationship of money. I have a very good relationship with money, but I don't understand how to use my money to make money. Mm-hmm. And that's what I need to learn.
Same story, similar to yours, did the whole corporate. I have a background in television and film production. I've been doing that most of my life, or sporadically throughout my life. I worked in oil and gas. I worked in nonprofit education and theater, but I just kept getting laid off because creatives are usually ones the first to go.
I do work a full-time job, but I'm like, I don't know if I can get there through just depending on like salary alone. Mm-hmm. So wanting to use this time and season to
is this dividends based on the total value of the share that you have?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay. So number one, yes, you can invest in fractional shares, fractional ETFs. That's how I started. Now I have kind of whole shares because I've been doing it for a few years, but $100 for a lot of things that we're going to go over a little later is not enough to buy. And a lot of people feel like, okay, well, if it's $600 and I only have $100, I have to wait until I have $6. No, you can buy it fractional and continue to invest over time until it gets to $600. But the beauty of owning a whole share is you get the whole dividend, because if you don't have a whole share, you don't get the whole dividend. You get a fraction of it.
Then you have the combo pizza, the everything pizza.
Yes.
Right? There's also pepperoni on the combo. So
yes.
Is there a such thing as, let's take Amazon, mm-hmm. right? Is there a such thing as doing both with the same? Like I take Amazon as part of my ETFs, mm-hmm. and I take in my index, and then I take mm-hmm. Amazon and I do a sector with Amazon
yes.
as well.
Yes, that is possible. And that's, mutual funds. Mutual funds are managed by somebody like a fund manager. And what people don't realize is that you're paying, you're not paying them sending them $5, but like they're getting a chunk of your portfolio versus this, it's your portfolio. You have 100% control over it. There are no fees that have to be paid to a fund manager. They're also easier to buy. Parisa, you mentioned this. Can I buy it fractional? Yes, you can. And you can sell it as a stock, though I don't recommend selling, and I'll talk about that a little later. Not too soon. I'll tell you when it will make sense to sell, but a lot of people rush to sell, and I don't recommend that. And then it's perfect for long-term investing because the money can be moved. Like, let's say you start at a Fidelity and then you move to like a Vanguard or some other brokerage. It can be easily moved without kind of missing any of the value. So ETFs essentially are like buying a sampler plate, at Red Lobster. So instead of just buying one entree, like you get a little bit of everything, and that allows you to just pay one price and get visibility into these companies. But I love index funds. I don't plan on just buying and selling all day anyway. The expense ratios can, and they might be higher depending on what you're buying. But again, a lot of them have no expense ratios, and I'll show you like what that means for Fidelity. Some also do have a minimum investment amount. So I'll show you that in my portfolio as well, like which means that you have to have a minimum amount in your portfolio before you invest in some of them, but that's not the case for the majority of them. But I'll show you what to look for to determine that. My portfolio. So this is where you can ask me all the questions, and I'll highlight the things that I did right and the things that I did wrong so that you can avoid them. So this is what I have in mind.
I also feel like I want to get in at certain places or like put my money where I know like it at least aligns with my values. I know it may not make me rich as fast,
yes,
but at least I know where I put my money.
Yes. Yes. And I think we talked about this. It's like ethical investing, which is something I need to support as well, because that's how I live my life. Like, why doesn't my investing reflect that? But
but I get it. I want to grow it really quickly for my own CYA, but I also want to try to be as ethical as I possibly can.
Yes, no, I understand. And
I only use one type of toilet paper, Sean, the red Sean. Okay, so let's work backwards. And so I'm going, backwards. And then I'm thinking, okay, so is it better to go with the things that you value and therefore you invest in those and use the strategies? Or is it better to look at what's trending, select from that, and then see, how it balances out with your values, and then pick and choose from that. So I think I'm answering my own question, but what would you suggest, Josh, on, so we're just starting out, and say we have, I don't know, $25,000 that we're talking about, okay, we're going to move it from somewhere to somewhere, and now we've got the Roth open and whatever. Okay, it's there.
Overall, this was great. The first 10 minutes of you talking, I was like, okay, my $200 that I put into this course is already paid for within the first 10 minutes. So that was a plus. For me, you provided a lot of clarity, because what you said before with all the different ETFs and ticker names, and I had no clue. I'm like, where do I even start? What, like all of that. So this makes sense to me. At least it buckets it into a group of things that I can start to research versus having no clue where to even start.
Yes.
The question that I do have is, how am I pulling in the money? Am I pulling it from my bank account? Am I pulling it from my Roth through my job? Like, how am I pulling in the money to start?
Yes.
So like, definitely a lot more calmer and more empowered to learning this stuff, and feeling that I'm going to take my little $5 here and put it here for fun. Like, I feel like that's a little bit more expansive, where it's like, okay, now I can learn how to do this, and giving myself grace that I don't know everything, but the fact is that I can still learn. So, I really want to continue on this journey, and yes, grow my money, thinking to be fast, but also like, because I know I can start doing it where I'm like, oh, this is my investment. Like, really having fun, because I will know what I'm doing is beneficial for me. So that's why I think it's going to be like a good thing.
Yay. Love it.
How did it feel? This felt great. It definitely just started connecting the dots for me. I had a lot of dots. And so it started connecting the dots for me. So now I have a rope. It's all, it's all together. So that's good.
Yes.
What did I learn? Same thing. It makes sense to me because truly coming on to here, I was like, okay, all right. We're not going to get overwhelmed.
Yes.
All right. We're just going to, one thing at a time.
One thing at a time.
It just makes sense. You simplified it well. So it just really, really makes sense. Questions do I have? Okay. So when we disconnect, I am going to go and look at my.
So like if I have like the $100 in a Roth IRA, I haven't put it anywhere. What happens to that money if I don't invest it? It just stays in the Roth IRA and grows according to their setup and stuff like that. Like,
yes,
because I never thought of investing from that because it sounds like a lot more fun because there's already money I plan to put away.
Yes,
so I can play with it without having to risk of regular checking account money. Right?
Yes, exactly. I just finished my third Invest Your First $100 virtual workshop, and I don't know, it's giving I'm a pro at this. It's giving I'm a pro at this, but I just feel so blessed to do this work. Like I went through the trenches when it comes to money, baby. I went through the trenches, but like the feedback, the excitement, the confidence that the women had, and I know each of them enough personally, like enough, okay? My sister was on the call. She just sent me this message, and I'm just so excited for her. Like, I'm so excited for her because she's been engaging with my content. She's been watching my content. Like, we do life together, you know? And so to see her get the clarity and to get this feedback just makes me feel so good. And baby girl's tired, okay? I'm so happy to be taking a break from workshops. Like, I put my heart and soul into these workshops, y'all, because I want every single woman to feel seen. I want her to feel heard. I want her to know that there are no dumb questions, and they intentionally make this stuff hard for us to not be a part of it. But financial freedom is impossible without investing. Like, financial independence, money that's working for you in your sleep. That's what the girlie said over and over. They want to work. They want their money to work in they sleep, okay? So do I, which is why I invest. Nothing beats investing. And once you understand exactly how it works, like I walk them through my portfolio. I walk them through the mistakes that I made. I walk them through how to open an account, how to transfer money. I walk them through how to research a good investment. We looked at ethical investing, something I hadn't done in any other former classes. Like, I'm so passionate and intentional about this space, and it's only going to get bigger and better. Like, I love it. I love it. And it's just a reminder that, like, God uses it all. So I'm going to enjoy the rest of my day. I'm going to have some lunch with the girls. We're going to go celebrate. We got a lot to celebrate this month. We all have great things going on. And this summer is about me. That's why the workshops are on pause. So if you want to join the next one, which I don't know when it's going to be, but if you want to join the wait list, okay, and get an early access discount code, comment below. I will specifically be inviting women moving forward because I don't think everybody needs to be on there. Not to say nobody who's been on former ones need to, but I have to understand, you know, I'm going to start asking you to fill out a simple, like, 2-step survey so I can understand what kind of investment accounts you have, what kind of work that you do, because that helps me to tailor the workshops better. So really it's just data for me and not necessarily to say, oh, you shouldn't come. It's more of like, okay, these women need this, and let me tailor the workshop to that. Because we went on a few tangents. That's why the workshop is supposed to be 90 minutes. They be 3 hours because we be on there yapping. And like, I believe in solving issues in real time, and that's why no question is a dumb question. So if you're interested in joining the wait list and securing your spot for the next one, which will likely be returning in the fall of this year, comment below, fill out that 2 simple step survey. You'll get an early bird discount, and I'll be able to tailor the workshop to the needs of the women that join. So it's really good data for me, and it's to ensure that you get exactly what you need. And so I got follow-ups to do. I got to send my girls the recording, make sure I get them all the things that they need. And then I'm outside to have dinner. Look, lunch and dinner, which really what it is. We're leaving at 5 o'clock today. So just wanted to provide a quick recap and let you know that you need to be in the next one. If you've been watching, you've been saving the posts, engaging with me online and saying, I know I need to do this and keep putting it off, baby, join the safe space. Join the Maximize Money community. Join the Investor Lab, which is my monthly membership for the Women Post Workshop, where we continue to invest and build these portfolios. Because one workshop is not enough, but you can only get access to the Investor Lab if you join a workshop. That way we're all learning from the same understanding. Like, you can't just watch my video and say you want to join the lab. You need to have gone through the workshop, because I teach you investing in a way that nobody else offline is doing. I'm good at this, baby. I'm a professional. So thank you so much for watching. If you want to learn more and watch some of the former workshops that I did, hear from the women that were a part of it, I'll pop a video up on the screen. But I pray that you get serious about your financial independence and do what you need to do with your money now, so that you can do what you want to do with your money later. See you over on the next video. Peace.